Hey, new K-drama review on It's Okay to Not Be Okay, and it is with one of my favorite Korean drama actors, Kim Soo-hyun. Loved him in The Moon Embracing the Sun. Go watch it if you haven't. And I also really liked him in My Love from Another Star with Jun Ji-hyun. She's got to be one of my favorite Korean actresses. I've got a lot of favorite male actors in Korean K-drama land, but not as many with Korean drama ladies. And Jun Ji-hyun is absolutely one of my favorites. So I really like her. So wanted to do a K-drama review on It's Okay Not to Be Okay, and this is episode 1. And what was cool is that I think Netflix has this thing where they will borrow an actor in a new upcoming Korean drama and then feature them in one of their current dramas. So Kim Soo-hyun actually was in Crash Landing on You. He revisited his role in that Quietly, Greatly, Softly, or that one North Korean army one where he was a North Korean spy and he was in South Korea. That was an interesting movie. I don't know if I really liked it because the ending was a little bit kind of sad and not super, it wasn't a happy ending completely. But oh my gosh, his body was so amazing. And I think he did that drama or movie right before he went into the Korean army. And now I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is the drama that Kim Soo-hyun debuted afterwards. So let us go into the drama itself. One of the things I really liked about this drama is that it had such a beautiful cartoon animation, and I think it's because the main actress, her part of it is that she is a storyteller or a children's book story author, and so that's part of this draw, and I thought it was a very cool little twist to this drama. So it's kind of saying how the girl in this book is kind of, well, she's not evil, but she's definitely a little bit dark. And there was this little boy, and how she was living in a castle, and there's a girl, and the girl is tormented by the mom, and the little boy, I think, wants to help her. That's kind of what I got out of this movie. And then you flash to modern day Korea, and you see Moon Kang-tae, who is Kim Soo-hyun, and he is with his autistic brother Moon Sang-tae. So Kang-tae and Sang-tae. And the actor who is playing the autistic gentleman, such a great acting role. I really felt like he was in character the entire time. I've seen that actor in other dramas. Another Netflix drama called When the Camellia Blooms, and totally different character, different acting, and so I feel like he's really flexible, and he's just a very strong actor. He just can't compete with Kim Soo-hyun, and because he can't. But yeah, and then you get to see Moon Young, and she is our leading lady, and she is very sociopathic or psychopathic. I can never remember the difference between the two. I think one has absolutely no remorse or emotional attachment or feelings, and the other one can tell between right and wrong, but they usually have much more self-fulfilling, kind of more narcissistic role in their own lives, because that's kind of what a sociopath or psychopathic they do. And a lot of times they're very charismatic, and if they're charismatic, they're a sociopath or psychopath, and they're attractive, that's a pretty deadly combination. Yeah. So then you see that Kim Soo-hyun, he works in OK Psychiatric Hospital, and so he has a lot of scars on his body from, I'm guessing, his duty in the psychiatric ward. He's having to calm patients down and that kind of stuff. So you're gonna see in this drama many different types of disorders and mental, illnesses that would warrant a person to be in a psych ward. And I think most people know that mental illness is not really discussed in Korean culture. They don't really, from especially in my parents' generation, they didn't really have as much therapy, or at least my family. I think if you were not quite right in the head, they just didn't talk about it, or they just tried to quiet that type of talk. Not healthy. And I think nowadays, with everywhere in the world, it's getting a lot better in terms of mental health awareness and getting and seeking help, and that it's a good thing. It's not something to, hide. So yeah, I was looking at it, and you see that Kang Tae and Sang Tae, so Kim Soo-hyun and his older brother, they kind of are very loving towards each other. But you'll also see throughout this drama that there's some difficulties that have happened as well. So one of the big things is that the older brother, Kim Soo-hyun's older brother, is in love with Moon Young, the author of his favorite children's book. And so he wants the autograph. And so Kim Soo-hyun's character, of course, wants to get it for his brother. And you know what was interesting is that Moon Young in this drama, she holds a cigarette. I don't remember the last time I saw Korean dramas smoking, just like I don't really see a lot of actors or actresses in US television smoking either. I think it's been taboo, but lately this past year, I've seen people smoke in Korean dramas, which is like mind-blowing because that's been taboo or not filmed in so many years. So I kind of wonder why that is the case. I don't know if they're getting pressure from advertisements or cigarette companies to feature that, but I definitely don't think it's good to glamorize smoking. It just doesn't seem to be a good thing. So then you see Moon Young doing a speech, and this was kind of a little bit slow for me. I didn't really like feel that much in the first episode for this drama. I just felt like it was kind of a little bit slower paced and I didn't quite get it. But what was really interesting is that Moon Young actually tries to knife Kim Soo-hyun. Or actually there's some interaction where they're knifing each other. So if you had a better understanding of this episode, please let me know. The only thing I really understand is that Moon Young she's very sometimes emotionally reserved. She doesn't express things sometimes, and then she goes wild. She just goes kind of nuts. And I've already seen this drama, so I'm kind of just going back in memory and like kind of wanting to talk about each episode. So that's kind of what I saw. And she's super successful. She's very, very successful and extremely different in her ways. So I think that she has an eccentric type of personality, well, super eccentric type of personality, almost borderline, not very good at interacting socially with the rest of society, which is not good. So yeah, was this episode endearing? You get a lot of backstory for Kim Soo-hyun's character. You see some beautiful animation and drawings from the artist, and you see the tale come out with the story come out. But I don't know, you do see that Moon Young's character, she is disturbed and she had childhood trauma. And so that's kind of the whole thing that I got out of this first episode. For me, it wasn't as engaging right off the bat as other Korean dramas, but oh my goodness, Moon Young, she is so stunningly attractive in this entire drama. Her clothes are way over the top. Her hair is beautiful. Her makeup is immaculate. Like, this actress, of course, she's stunning in her own way, but I'm like, oh my gosh, she was just so immaculately groomed, and just her style was so on point throughout the entire drama. Kim Soo-hyun is always going to be beautiful. I actually saw him in person at a K-pop convention in Los Angeles, so it was really fun to see him in person. He's definitely like clears 5'11", 6 feet. He's tall. He's super stunning, beautiful, like unreal. He's like unreal beautiful in person, and he had 2 bodyguards with him, which is completely understandable because you don't want him to get overwhelmed by like fans. But yeah, I saw him at the LA Live, and it was a restaurant in the LA Live, and he like walked right past us to go to the bathroom because I was going to the bathroom at the same time, different bathrooms. But then I was like, oh my gosh, double take. And I think he was there to do some type of announcement or some fan meeting and promote his work, which, yeah. So yeah, he's so beautiful. And you know, I think Netflix does a good job with their directing, their cinematography. Sometimes it's over the top. I know that they invest a lot of money into their dramas because it's backed by Netflix, and so if it's a Netflix like original series, then it's going to be very well funded. So I thought it was really good for in terms of the way the whole episode was shot. But I don't know if it was super engaging for the first episode, but not to discourage you, because I think this drama gets more engaging, more real, more fun. The characters develop as you go through the episodes, so I really liked it actually. So yeah, definitely thumbs up for this one. Overall, I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars for the entire series, and maybe for this particular episode, maybe 3. Just because it was good in terms of all the technical stuff and the beautiful actors, but not as engaging for me specifically. So let me know what you guys think. Please like and subscribe, and please leave me any kind of commentary about this K-drama. It's okay not to be okay, and I'll try to bring that dialogue into episode 2. Thanks so much.